Hello, MonstersAbound here, and welcome back to Total War, Warhammer 2, Mortal Empires, and part 26 of my Fay Enchantress campaign. Last time we decided to send Rene off on a mission.
Strength and wisdom are yours.
Exactly, we're going to defeat the Norskans with the purity of the peasant mob. But also someone had a brilliant idea, and that idea was, why not send Chilfroy? Because you hate that guy, and the answer is yes, that's a brilliant... Oh, what a brilliant idea. Whoever came up with that idea, I meant to write down your name and then I didn't. So good job remembering and or thinking of it. And we are indeed going to just recruit a crap ton. He's going to be in the first wave, obviously. Chilfroy is going to be first wave. We'll get some of those. Good, lovely. That's 40. We can recruit a lot of peasants in one turn, which is just as well, because I don't want to wait. I want to go and liberate Albion right now. Everyone hates Raymond. You're going to go over to Caron Car, which is currently under Wood Elf occupation. So all the Dark Elves are dead. No spikes. Spikes are out. Spikes are last season. Now it's all leaves. Yep, everyone's wearing leaves now. And in some cases only leaves, which is... Well, I mean, it's not a big change for the Witch Elves, I guess. They used to wear spikes, now they wear leaves. Is there much difference? Not really. We're probably okay with that. Probably don't mind that much. Bowman still has all his questing knights. We've learned that questing knights can literally defeat everything, of course, backed up by the Arcano-Syndicalistic mob, who help out where they can about 5 minutes after the rest of the army has engaged the enemy. But they help with the mop-up operation, and they help with... Because, you know, it's all very well and good, the questing knights sort of killing the entire enemy army, but that leaves a lot of bodies lying around. They need to be, you know, piled up or eaten or whatever you do with bodies. And the questing knights aren't going to do it. They're the nobility. They're busy. They've got quests to go on. Incidentally, I hope they're not all on the same quest, because that would be very... Imagine going, you know, finally reaching your quest, the damsel in the tower. You get there, you're like, oh, there we go, that's the quest done. Almost there, just rescue the damsel, and then suddenly 300 other questing knights turn up, and they're like, I was on this quest, were you? It's a bit MMORPG, that, isn't it? Maybe they'll all get... If they all group together, if they're in the same army, do they get, like... Do they all get the notification? Are they, you know, if they're in the army together and they rescue the damsel, does that count as all of them rescuing the damsel? Bit of cooperative play there, maybe? No. Not sure. If they go in the old World of Warcraft route, you know, where you didn't get it, then ooh, that's going to be awkward. It's going to cause fisticuffs, isn't it? Or they're going to have to camp the damsel and wait for it to respawn. That could take a while. So, where was I? Oh yes, bodies. Yes. Eating the bodies. So obviously, we you know, the questing knights aren't going to eat the bodies. So that's what the mob is there for. They then eat the bodies. So that's good. That gets rid of the bodies. It's all part of the circle of life, just like the Lion King. Jourdain the who the fuck are you? Oh, you're that guy. Oh, I don't really care about you. Sure. Sorry, mate. Piers. Gee, there's a lot of dead down here, isn't there?
Death to the enemy.
Failure. Well, that's fine. I've actually been reading up about the... Okay, so I've been looking at the Gene Stealer cult models, and I felt an urge. You know, I'm being very open here. I felt an urge. I was looking through the catalogue just the other day, going, one little Gene Stealer Magus wouldn't hurt, would it? Just one. That's all I want. Just one little Magus. That won't. Maybe a box of pure strain Gene Stealer. I mean, maybe some aberrations. I mean, that's just not that bad, is it? That's like, I can quit any time I like. I can't. It's not true. I can't. But I was also reading up about Necrons, who, of course, they've now... Obviously, I've been playing Warhammer 40,000 Mechanicus, Heretic, and so I've been quite interested in Necrons, so I've been reading some of the Necron lore, which they did a bit retcon for the Necrons, and now they're basically Warhammer 40,000 Tomb Kings, which is ironic, because the Tomb Kings don't exist anymore, so that's fun. Maybe that's the reason they were like, well, we can't make them just like the fucking Tomb Kings in space. That would look rubbish. I know. Let's destroy the Warhammer world, right? Then no one can accuse them of just being Tomb Kings in space. Brilliant. Good job, Bob. You've done it again. You saved Games Workshop. Let's make you a specialist, Piers, because why the hell not? Tim, we're going to lay siege to Harganeth.
Attack!
Well, almost. You're close.
It shall be so.
And
To victory!
let's
You insult me.
I'm not in... No.
Impossible.
There you go. Land there. Then we're both... There we go, that's fine, isn't it? There we go. We can now attack Harganeth, although it does look like Tyrion is... well, there's not many... I suppose we can go all... I mean, what we can do... Right, this could be the plan. So, to be honest, there's not many Dark Elves left. They're pretty much dead, which is fine. But obviously, you know, we need someone to be questing against. So we're going to head up the peninsula, kill everyone we find, burn everything to the ground, and then we'll hop over to Norsca and kill some Norskans as well. So that'd be fun. Assuming that our peasant mobs haven't completely crushed all Norscan resistance, which is what I think will happen. I think we hit them with enough waves of peasants and we drown them in their bodies. That's what I'm thinking. That'll be good. When actually, there is actually quite a few Dark Elves over here, so I think we'll be okay for a little while. That's fine. Let's head over here. If I told him to go there while he was on land, he would go the long way around, but he's fine. There does seem to be an army there. Larian, you've got a lot of Doomfire Warlocks, but we've learned that Doomfire Warlocks not so good against the Questing Knights, are they? They don't do very well. They're not very well good against armoured units. Wow. There's a whole ghost horde. Holy shit, look at that. A horde of ghostly dwarves. Deeply upsetting. Of course, all the orcs are long dead. They're gone. Chaos showed up, though. That's fun. Chaos has arrived. I'm not sure how well they're going to do, but it should be fun to find out. Crackerdrak, although Crackerdrak have actually lost Crackerdrak, but they do still exist. I love this. This is the corn totem. It's just a big wolf constantly vomiting blood. Of course, if your wolf is constantly vomiting blood, do take it to a vet immediately. That's not normal for a wolf. A little bit of blood, maybe, but if it's like constantly just a torrent, a waterfall of vomit, then you're just going to go, There's only so much vomit, blood vomit, a wolf can vomit before, you know, you do have to, you know, be a little bit concerned. They've only got so much blood in them, so they're vomiting it all up. There's very little left. So just that's some wolf help. You know, that's what you come to this channel for, right?
Striking out.
Good. So John, you're going to head over this way. Let's get these guys in here as well. Why the hell not? May as well. You wait. What do you do? You do a thing, don't you? Do you do a thing? All knight units. Okay, so it doesn't matter which knights we get. All of them. Holy shit, does that mean you have Grail Guardians with bloody Frenzy? Holy shit, that's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna ignore... I mean, we could capture this, couldn't we? Because actually... Zandri and Khemri... Apparently the Bretonnians like living in the desert. I'm guessing it's because they've obviously got, you know, Crusader kingdoms in the desert. So it wouldn't make sense for them to turn up into the desert and go, oh no, there is sand all in my pantaloons. So I guess that's the reason they probably like living in the desert, which is fine. And that was the worst French accent anyone has ever done. Ever. So that was fun. Let's get... Let's get... we've already got one of them. I mean, we could upgrade that. Sure, let's upgrade that. Let's get defences just in case Tyrion rocks up. So we can recruit better knights. Let's also get the... we can't get that yet. No, why can't we get... Oh, because we don't... No, we do have the money. Oh, we've already got one. That's why. That's why. Okay, we'll get the coaching in. We won't build a brothel, because we'll lose chivalry for that, and we need... Well, it's not like, you know, we're desperate for chivalry or anything. At no point have I gone, holy crap, I don't have enough chivalry, but I feel like it's a bit of a waste of chivalry, because we don't really need a public order, because public order is actually pretty good. Not too bad. Okay, if we take this out, then maybe head over to Gorgazan, burn it to the ground, because I don't want it, and then head south to deal with the many armies of King Hekor. Hakor, sorry, it's King Hakor. That's very rude. He's got a Bone Giant. He's got Ushabti. He's got some Tomb Guardians with halberds there. That's all very exciting. Let's end the turn. It's only turn 102 now, but we're not actually. You know, this campaign's been pretty swift actually. Pretty swift. So what I'm thinking, right now, So I keep revising this every single episode as I have a think. So I'm either going to go for Throg or Katep now. One of those two. What I'm thinking is one, then the other, then Mazdamundi, unless the green skin updates happened. In that case, we do a green skin campaign. So what I'm thinking is if we play Katep, I think the victory conditions are always already like to go and defeat Cetra. Citation needed, we'll need to check. But with Throg, there has been the sort of saying, well, it's a bit of a boring campaign. Okay, so what I'm going to do with Throg is we're going to do a Grand Vomit tour where Throg is... We're going to try and use Throg's Vomit attack on as many Legendary Lords as possible because, of course, Throg killed Sigvald the Magnificent. First, I think Sigvald, like... someone other this was during the end times. Of course the end times is the worst law, but still someone like beat up Sigvald and made him look ugly. Sigvald went mad and then killed him, but then realized that he'd be ugly forever, so had Throg like finish him off, at which point Throg then just pissed on his corpse because why the hell not, he's Throg. So what I'm thinking is that we just go and vomit on as many Legendary Lords as possible and keep a tally of how many more, and basically go with the obviously, you know, we're trying to complete the game as Norska, but we're also going to try and throw up on as many Legendary Lords as possible. So that's going to be the main sort of requirement. We're going to keep a scoreboard. I've got a scoreboard in mind, and we're just going to throw up over you know, because who wouldn't want to throw up over Malekith, over the Fay Enchantress, over Alariel? That'd be fun. And it's not a sexual thing. Over Mazdamundi, over Tyrion, you know, it's all these heroes that take themselves so seriously will die in a puddle of steaming sick, and that idea kind of appeals to me. Plus, it will take us all over the world, which could be quite fun. Norska it's not a difficult campaign to get going. You can confederate pretty quickly, but defending your settlements is a little bit harder. So, especially now that we've got, like, because normally you're actually pretty safe, apart from potentially the dwarves can be a bit of a problem sometimes, because early on you don't really have the armor piercing. But now, you know, factions like Nordland and Ostend are quite strong, Kislev as well. That can potentially cause a bit of a problem for you. So it's often about sort of like hitting the northern coast of the Empire and trying to keep them at bay. Obviously, you need to be raiding, but what I'm thinking is, like, you know, as soon as we get maybe a second army up, as soon as we like confederate the rest of Norska, then we send Throg over to, like, you know, Naggarond, go and beat up Malekith, then down, you know, maybe sick up over Marathi, beat up Philip Billings, over to, you know, kill Tyrion and then throw up over him, that kind of thing. That could be quite fun, fighting all different things with mammoths. I mean, there is also the... because there's a Norscan faction down here, isn't there? Is it Skeggi? And I think there's a special building you can build in Skeggi. It's not very impressive, but it is there. And of course, any coastal settlement you can turn into a proper Norscan settlement, is it? Or is it just the capitals? Not sure. But either way, that means you can make little sort of enclaves all across the world. So I think that's probably what we might try and do. But Katep could be fun as well, because, you know, it's a really interesting starting position in Naggarond. You're going to be fighting a lot of Dark Elves, and that kind of one of the main problems with the Tomb Kings is you do tend to fight a shit ton of other Tomb Kings for quite a long time, and that can get a bit tedious. I mean, it's very true to lore. The Tomb Kings are always like beating each other up, but it is a wee bit, you know, tiresome. So I think having that option of fighting a lot of Dark Elves, of course we've got Tretch up there as well, Marathi, all that kind of stuff, as well as, you know, the High Elves as well, they're there, so you might end up with them, the Lizard Men. So that's, and then you have to travel all the way to Araby. So that's, you know, that could be quite interesting. What do we have here? Leaden Banner. Sure. And Standard Discipline. Sure. I'm just going to auto resolve this anyway. We're going to occupy. Oh, John's got the Blessing of the Lady. That's nice. And we found another Hedge Wizard. And Armour of Midsummer Sun. This enchanted plate channels sunlight, so beams of light burst forth to blind the foes as the wearer approaches. Fair enough.
Noble.
Let's send the Fay Enchantress to go and hoover up that while we're here. The Power of Rage. So they've got more physical resistance. Okay, well, because we've already got... Hang on, so these guys have now got 25... So they've got 15 ward save. They've got 25 physical resistance. Plus, they've also got another 20% physical resistance on top of that. So, my battle pilgrims are currently seriously fucking tanky. Like that's some, those are some tanky battle pilgrims. We should definitely make use of that ASAP. Also, Luon's here as well. Let's get Luon down into Alhike. He's carrying the Fay Enchantress's new army. Although I quite like the thing is, I quite like the idea of having the battle pilgrims because they're quite tanky. On the other hand, they'll never be as tanky as the Grail Guardians. So I think we'll probably just take, you know, the Grail Guardians. Mimi LeBonk, Windblast. And how are we doing for battle pilgrims? No, you don't get battle pilgrims. You get peasants, peasant mob, not global.
Very well, if you insist.
I do insist, Chilfroy. I do.
Valiant Lord.
You're not even going to get a damsel. You're going to be first wave. You're going to lead your battle pilgrims to just overwhelm the enemy with sheer weight of numbers. When I say overwhelm, I mean, of course, just die, because they're literally the worst unit in the game. So good luck there. Should be fun. For who? Mostly me. Right, let's get a Grail thing. I could go for the Blessed Field Trebuchet, but to be honest, the Blessed Field Trebuchet, the Trebuchets aren't very good. I'll set it. I've just put it out there. I've said it. They're not very good. I don't like them very much. They're a bit naff. Marienburg. Oh yes. Let's build a Marienburg Harbour. We definitely want to upgrade that. And also, let's go with some leeches. Yes, everyone loves leeches. Piers, you can be... what are you doing again? Oh, you're doing things, aren't you? Assault units? Oh, no, you're the wrong one. Oh, well, never mind. So, John, do you want to be an ear collector? Probably not. You've got Tomb Slayers. That's fine. Ear collect. How many? Right. So we need. Oh, you need all of these, do you? Well, you know, you might fight Chaos one of these days. Probably not, but you might. We'll go and deal with Gorgazan because it's there, and we can raise it for some more chivalry. Although our chivalry is currently 1,617, so we're almost there. It's very, very close. So I'm going to have to be, you know, I'm going to have to be decisive here and decide which faction's next up. I mean, I could really surprise her. Oh, that actually does have a garrison, but nah. Raise it. Hedge Wizards, Crown of Command, good stuff. Lovely.
My reputation precedes me.
Let's do a little campy.
It is my armor.
You can do a little campy, and we'll get a little replenishment. Everyone's happy. Good.
Honor and duty.
Okay, let's carry on. And right, so they do actually have some armies, sort of doing. You know, they're actually building armies, which is good. I think maybe they were split, and they've now lost their armies and rebuilding them. So that's fine. That means we might have some fights against some dark elves, some smelly dark elves. Do I go a point read? That's not really worth it, is it? Who's this? Alberic. You've got not the best army, so let's maybe go ammunition. Maybe.
Armored in faith.
Tim, nice but dim. Melee defense, pretty rubbish. Mounted yeoman, garbage. We want to go for rally because then we can get. Is it this one? Chivalric Code or Protectors of the Realm, because that's for Pegasus Knights. To be honest, I really should have just got more Royal Pegasus Knights. They're not actually that expensive compared to the normal Pegasus Knights, but you know, it's fine. What we could actually do is make. How do we get the Pegasus Knights? So we could build a Crow's Nest and then the Crow's Castle, recruit some Pegasus Knights, and then put them in Tim's army. Keep him on the go. Having Alberic, there's actually, and I never thought I'd say this, quite useful. There we go. You know, sometimes you just have to admit when you're wrong, and I was wrong about Alberic. I know who he is. Admittedly, he's always wearing his hats. But maybe maybe he's self-conscious. I don't know.
Noble.
Maybe he feels he's not good enough, and that's terrible to feel like that. And I think we should all give Alberic a big old pat on the back. Good job, Heffler. You fucked up. Heffler, on the other hand, you give a big slap around the face for being an idiot. Tries to kill a Chaos champion, fails. Fails abjectly. Fails to the point where I'm just disappointed. I'm not even angry. I'm just disappointed.
My deeds are legend.
Are they? Really? So far you've just been wandering out the desert trying to punch some skeletons to death. And admittedly, not, you know, you have been doing okay. But literally just okay. That's pretty much what... I wouldn't say legendary. I would say pretty much fine. Which isn't as good. Walls of Errantry. Pretending to stand strong as protector of the honour and chivalry. Yet one last challenge must still be met in the wastes of the old world. Our king prepares for battle on the grandest of scales and calls forth an errantry war. I ask you now to bestow your great virtues upon us and lead the knightly orders to final victory over the enemy. Really? Have we done it? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna attack the green skin horde. I feel like most people do the chaos one because, you know, out of the two, don't get me wrong, the green skin hordes, they're certainly a concern. But Chaos destroyed the entire world, with the green skins just generally just like having a good old time. So I think we're going to actually go for the green skin hordes and kill them instead. So we're going to do that for funsies. So we've attained that, good. And now we've got the War of Errantry in the Badlands, which is over here. Actually, that's not very far away, is it? That's not very far. My lord, the Outriders returned from their reconnaissance with reports of greenskin menace massing ahead of us. They are encamped on a defensible ridge and have brought the bizarre artillery to further fortify their position. They appear ready to fight to the last. Further reports seem to indicate they are bolstered by a great gathering of war bosses who seem bent on bringing the full strength to bear against you. It is clear they want the same thing we do, a decisive battle to decide our fates once and for all. We must not relent. The scourge must be wiped out from this world. Okay, so they have Gobbos, like goblins, the 8-peak loonies, a couple of doom divers, hammer of Gork. They've got the Arachnarok spider being led by Skarsnik. Bloody Skarsnik, there he is. Okay, so we literally just have to do that because I think that's diplomacy. Victory conditions, there we go. So we need to obtain 2,000 chivalry, so we need to do that, and we also need to win the final errantry battle. So we need to get 2,000 chivalry first, because it feels a bit lame to fight the big old battle against the greenskins and then to end it on hanging about waiting for some chivalry to accumulate. That's not what we want to. We want something more interesting, more decisive. So we're going to just hang out for a bit and get some more chivalry first. Right, so let's make sure that the Fay Enchantress has the best army possible. So boot, 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 boot. Right, good. So we want those. Let's get them something like that. So we've got 7 Grail Knights, 6 Grail Guardians, 3 Royal Hippogriff Knights, we've got Donna Don Demigio, we've got Knight Pope, we've got Thyrusa, and we've also got the Watery Tarts floaty minion, the Fay Enchantress herself. That's exciting. That look, I mean, that's probably one of the most potent armies I've probably ever seen. Should be pretty good. Let's go Amber Spear. Now, something I'd forgotten about until literally just about 2 minutes ago is the fact that, of course, I don't have to worry so much about Tekalis. I do have to worry about the Midrid number of Chaos fleets that will spawn around here and head for my new holdings in the Land of Assassins. So we're going to have to send someone to go and deal with that little problem. And I vote Luon. So Luon's going to deal with that. Meanwhile, the Fay Enchantress, you are... Well, tell you what.
Yes.
Can we reach this in one turn? I reckon we can. I was wrong. We cannot. Never mind. So we're going to just stay there for a moment. Right, we need to head down to Bella-Lead. We're going to start taking these settlements. We're going to take the fight to the... Who are these guys? Rakaf Dynasty. The big chinny boys. There's some big chins. Big chins. And I was going to say bigger hearts, but of course they don't have hearts because they're mummies. Creepy, dirty mummies, so we don't have to worry about them. Right, okay, we are going to... Will you? That's nice of you, Shelfroy. Off you go. We're going to set sail for Albion to... Well, we're going to liberate it in the name of Bretonia. Wind Blast. Oh, it's 1066 all over again. Right, let's go and... was 1066 Battle of Hastings? Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yes, good. Okay, I know my own history, honest. Oh, wait, look, there's...
Madness.
It's Life. Gullbrundenson. He's come to attack us. Maybe our first test as a horde of peasants is to take out Life. I think it's Life. Life Gullbrundenson. We can try and take out him with our... I say try. I mean, we will defeat him with our horde of angry peasants. They are not happy there. That's not happy, boys. Let's go with... does that matter? Probably not. Is everyone happy apart from them? Land of the Dead's not very happy. Don't care about them. Paravon isn't very happy. We can get... Well, we'll go for the Peaks of Paravon. We'll upgrade that as well. It's only -1, which isn't the worst. So what we could actually do is upgrade this. Yes. If we upgrade that, that should cheer them up. Castle Artois, we could upgrade you. Get a happy building in there. That should help a little bit. It'll be fine. They're a little bit grumpy, that's all. Corruption -1. Yeah, they don't have any. They don't have a pub. No wonder they're grumpy. I'd be grumpy if I didn't go to the pub. Piers. Yeah, you can.
Our Lady demands it.
Success. Good job, Piers.
My faith in you.
Actually beating up quite a few mummies there. Good job. Say mummies. I mean skeletons. Oh, I need to get. Improve. Okay, let's go improve construction. Then we can go improve smelters, and then we can start getting some good techs. Oh, this is exciting! Look at this. And a lot of these boys are not leveled up. We need to level these boys up. We need to get them, ranked. Get them buff. So Grim, you can be a scarred veteran. Oh. There's a couple of cities here that are just screaming out to be burned to the ground. So let's do them one by one.
Striking out. Protector of the realm. It shall be so.
Because I don't want to... Yeah, okay, we can auto-resolve that.
You will pay for
do I want to raise it? Let's occupy.
this. Honor and glory.
Crusader! Ah, Tim's a Crusader and bold as well. And he's found another hedge wizard. We find a lot of these hedge wizards. There's a lot of wizards stuck in hedges in Nagaron for whatever reason. I guess at some Dark Elves will find anything funny. So what do we want to do? We want to go to diplomacy. We want to... Hang on, what place was this? Hag? Was it Hag? No, Spite Reach. Gift. Wood Elves. There they are. Spite Reach. Scream when you see it. Spite Reach. There he is. Gift. Lovely.
Armored in faith.
And we get some replenishment. Look at this. This is going so well. Wherever you wander. Let's go with chivalric code. So that way, our European coconut now have 63 melee attack, 54 melee defense, 80 weapon damage, plus extra damage against large units. No armor piercing, but how well? Armor piercing damage is only 25. But I think bonus first large also counts as armor piercing. Citation needed. Not sure, but still they do a lot of damage, so it's pretty good. And let's go specialist. And apparently we can just keep using the Green Knight for as long as we want. Limitless times. I'm going to call him the Green Knight. Where is he? He appears in a puff of green.
I hear the winds.
Shall we get rid of a grey on that? In fact, shall we...
The lion.
Who calls me hence?
Go over here. Give him a grey... In fact, get rid of that. Something short. We'll get rid of you. I'm going to put the...
Bretonia.
No. Join that army. There we go. Right, so we've got the Green Knight. We've got... Do you actually have any... You don't have any skill points. You've just got some stuff. So we've got three super champions in this army, 2 casters, and crap tons of knights, including lots of flying, terrifying monsters. Kali the Windy Bints, Comet Cassandora, because why the hell not? We're replenishing in that territory, which is good. Looks like Malekith's back. He's rocked back up on his chariot. That didn't work out well last time. To be honest, Malekith on his chariot is not particularly optimal because he's not very good. Chariots aren't very good. I love chariots. I want to use chariots more. Realistically, having a unit for fun is okay. You probably don't want more than one unit though, because they're super micromanagey. They are incredibly situational. If you've got a chariot in your army, you may as well just for the Tomb Kings, take more Ushabti. For the Norskans, take another mammoth. For the Dark Elves, take more crossbows. It's just one of those units which just it's nice to have available. Realistically, it's just not as useful as it should be, unfortunately. Very rarely you'll get that chariot charge that just gives you chills. Just gives you chills. But most of the time, they sort of like slowly slap into the enemy with all the force of a washed up salmon and then get the crap kicked out of them while you give yourself repetitive strain injury trying to get them out of combat. Inevitably, one of them gets stuck and just derps around doing nothing, and it just gets to the point where you just fucking just give me more mammoths or Famir or trolls or crossbows or basically anything that isn't a bloody chariot, which is a real shame because I really like chariot units, but they're just hard to love. They're just hard to love.
What brings you down from your mountain halls, dwarf?
Yeah, is he a special character as well? Cazador Dragonslayer. Ready to fight a war with a dowie lad. I mean, 1, yes. 2, not a lad. But I will take your non-aggression pact. Because why the hell not? They don't. It's really interesting to see the fact different factions doing well for themselves. Like the Border Princes taking all that. What I'm slightly concerned about is that because I've only really played a couple of campaigns since the patch where they took out the AI bonuses against each other. So my concern is, despite taking that out, it's going to be the same factions that rise to prominence each time. But I'm not sure because I've not played enough campaigns to really know if that's the case or not. Ooh, the puppets of chaos are the ones that I've got to worry about. So we've got improved construction, improve the process, and the results look after themselves. And there we go. And that's we've got a student. Knight Pope has a student. Maybe you can use him. The Robin to his Knight Pope. I mean, obviously, Knight Pope is his own person. He is not just another Batman. Bat Elf even. So let's go for improved smelters. Stealing or copying techniques and forge designs from their Empire neighbours improves Bretonian metalworking. And then we can go for steel furnaces, master swordsmiths, and regular tournaments. Not sure why we need to go all through that to just get regular tournaments. Realistically, that's just some organisation that needs to be done. But maybe, I don't know. Bretonians, all right. Maybe they gave all the organisation to the peasants who, can't count or read.
Honor before glory.
And don't have baths. Right, so do we want to go and fight Malekith is the question. The answer being, yeah.
Onward. Do you know who I am?
Yes, I know who you are, Tim. Let's move. Because Tim's army's a bit quicker. So let's hit them with, holy crap, that's a lot of Doomfire Warlocks. That's going to be a lot of Doom Bolts. Well, it's Firework Knights, and the target is the Bretonian. Probably, I'm going to be honest, probably peasants. Probably the Foot Squires and Battle Pilgrims are about to get nuked to hell and back. That should be fun to watch, and then we get to kill Malekith as well. So, it's not all bad. But that is going to have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Fay Enchantress.